When it comes to sports in Lorain, your station to watch is TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Welcome back to the Jar. Don Vincent along with the coach, Jim Baker. Real quick, want to say a couple of hellos before we get started. I know Bambi and Heidi are listening back in Lorain. Want to say hi to them.
Oh, I got the shout out to the Wellington crew that I'm related to. They tell me they're going to be tuning in here, pulling for these Titans. Let's see if we can get something done.
No doubt about that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups, Coach, as we get a little bit closer to game time here. The Eagles coming in at 19-5. Eric Flannery's been around this program for a long time and done a great job with these guys. Kipper Nichols, a 6'7" senior forward, will start off for St. Ed's, averaging just under 19 points a game, about 3.5 rebounds and an assist and a half. Darian Knowles, a 6'3" senior guard, 7.5 points a game, 3 rebounds, almost 2.5 assists per game. He'll be joined by Derek Funderburk. That's the young man you talked about a minute ago, 6'9" and all legs, 12.8 points a game, 5 rebounds and an assist and a half. Mike Ryan is a 6'6" senior forward, just under 10 points a game, 3.5 rebounds and half an assist. And then Sean Flannery out top, 5.5 points a ball game, 2 rebounds, but 4.5 assists per.
And he's a tremendous three-point shooter, Don. The Titans have to know where he is at all times. Make him put the ball on the floor. He will look to pass first if he's on the drive, but you can't let him spot up out there because he shoots threes like most players shoot free throws.
No question about that for the Titans. 25-0 on the season. John Rossitano in his second year with the program, kind of technically, but you know John's been around for a long, long time. Again, same starting lineup. Davier Andrews, who really bounced back last game, incredibly strong on Saturday. Really did a nice job against Iggy's. Almost 11 points a ball game, 2.1 rebounds per game, 3 assists as a 6'2" junior. Eddie Williamson, point guard. He'll be at the wing. He'll bounce around, plays incredible defense, 2.8 points a ball game and a rebound and a half, and a little bit better than two assists a ball game. Rashad Berry, just over 9 points a ball game, 5 rebounds and an assist and a half, and a 6'5" senior forward. Devon Andrews, 21 points a ball game, 6.5 rebounds and 4 assists as a senior guard / forward. 6'5", and well, I guess you might be able to tell the Titans are about to be introduced here in the gym. Rounding out the starters, Anthony Smothers, I'm sorry, wrong line. Naz Bohannon, the 6'5" sophomore forward, 13.8 points a game, 7.6 rebounds, and a little bit better than an assist per. I really like the future of this program, and a lot of that has to do with Naz Bohannon.
Well, they just have tremendous chemistry, and that's the thing we've heard all year long watching them, but it doesn't matter. You know, he's a sophomore, but he might as well be a senior. It doesn't matter who he is. They all respect each other. They play the game the way it's supposed to be played, and that's so key, Don. They always underestimate chemistry. Chemistry is such a huge ingredient if you're going to be successful.
It's really interesting here to watch the interaction between the Lorain players and Coach Flannery. I mean, typically you walk up to the opposing coach, you just acknowledge them, but they're actually handshake, wrap around hug kind of thing.
Well, at this point in time, they know each other. There's a lot of respect. You know, Ed's great program, has been a great program for years, and that's going to be one of the keys. You know, do you come out and play? I mean, we talked about that experience level a little bit at the district level. I mean, this is defending state champions. And honestly, if St. Ed's doesn't make it to state every year, fair or unfair, if they don't get there, that's a down year.
Right.
So they expect to get there. Everything is geared to get there. Lorain, kind of an upstart. First time in a long time, you know, for the Titans to be here. Can't let that stage be too big for you. And Lorain they're a confident group. I mean, just looking at them warm up and everything, they're not cocky, but they're confident, and they're ready to play. And here's Naz right in front of us going crazy as he does before every game. So let's get this one going, Don.
Let's do it. I talked about the fact that the arena was not quite filled. That's changed.
It's getting there.
There's a few seats left up near the rafters. That's going to be it. The Titans moving right to left across the digital tuner. Tip is going to be controlled. Tip goes off to Bohannon, so Lorain's going to have things to start off. Williamson sends it off to the left side. Devon Andrews to the top of the key, hands off to Naz.
Man-to-man by Eds.
Williamson, right wing. Bohannon slips through 14-footer.
Nice curl cut.
Was good.
Nice curl cut, pull-up jumper, full court press. There's the diamond.
No surprise here. This is what Lorain has done all year long. Long outlet pass goes down court. Kipper Nichols into the lane, floats up a jumper, and they're going to call a low foul underneath on the Titans. Made contact with Nichols as he went to the rack.
Boy. I don't know. I mean, Ed did a nice job throwing over the top there, but I didn't know. That didn't seem like a lot of contact.
I think they got Barry for the foul. That is the case. His first, team first.
And I don't want to be sounding like a homer already, but if they're going to call that little contact down, there's going to be a lot of fouls tonight.
Oh, yeah. Changes things. Second free throw, no. Bohannon there for the rebound. Gets the ball forward. Davier Andrews sends it down to the baseline. There's Devon. Head fake, wants the baseline drive. Gets cut off very nicely by Nichols. Long cross-court pass, finds Williamson. He works into the paint. They'll send it back out. Davier thought about the free ball, but boy, nice defense out on him out there by Darian Knowles. Shot goes inside. That one left a little bit short that time by Devon.
Get back.
Rebound comes down to Nichols. He's going to push. In midcourt, clears room into the lane, layup and two.
You just can't let that happen. I mean, Kipper Nichols obviously can do that. He just went coast to coast, uncontested layup.
Javier Andrews on the left wing for the Titans. Comes across the top. Williamson down to Nas Bohannon along the right baseline. Into the lane. Falling away from a jumper. Javier Andrews, no. Rebound comes back to Bohannon after a couple tips. Devon's going to get it this time. He'll get fouled going to the rack.
Good job by the Titans staying with it. You know, Bohannon getting that offensive rebound, and then Devon Andrews with the second opportunity getting fouled. A couple off-balance shots by the Titans, but they righted themselves here, get a chance here to knock on them free throws.
Fouls whistled on Mike Ryan, his first, team's first. 2 free throws right into the student section for St. Ed's, and that is a big and loud student section. Andrews will quiet him down for just a moment. His first point of the ball game ties the ball game at 3. 6:40 left in the first quarter. Bond's got one more coming. Bounce it, spin it, set it, push it up there, and drain it.
Full court pressure again off the make.
With the ball out front is Flannery. He'll be working along with Mike Ryan to beat the pressure. Flannery still with the ball. Fundamentally very sound. You heard the coach talk about that a moment ago. Boy, just beat the 10 count. They'll work to the right side. There's Knowles outside the arc. Big screen.
Yeah.
Well done by Funderburk. There's a poke away. Ball still loose.
Good hands.
Picked up by Rashad Berry. They're going to call what? Jump ball?
Yep.
There it is. Alternate possession is going to go to St. Ed's.
Well, quick hands by Devon Andrews knocked that ball loose, and during the skirmish here, Barry with the tie-up, arrow to Ed's though. Ed's sideline out.
Flannery will inbound it. That'll be Nichols on the reception. Works away from the screen. Ball knocked loose and picked back up by Nichols. Travels in the middle of the lane. We're going to head the other way. One official didn't call it. The other one on the near side got it.
Not only the ref's going to get some help from me, but from about 1,000 crazies sitting behind us.
No doubt. You'll hear every call before it's made. Williamson flips it outside on the offensive end for the Titans. Nas Bohannon, right side of the lane, goes up, has the shot partially blocked by Funderburk. Coming down with it out of bounds is going to be Mike Ryan, Lorain ball.
Yeah, Lorain has success running this curl off the backside, and Bohannon came loose, but Funderburk at 6'9" was able to block that thing. Inbounds under for the Titans.
Long outlet pass comes to near midcourt. Javier Andrews working between the circles and off to the left side. Bohannon will come across the front, then hand off to Williamson on a little bit of a weave. He'll work his way into the lane, leaves the shot well short, ball loose on the ground. Going to be picked up, fast break opportunity going the other way. Nichols wants to lay it in, does so.
Yeah, the Titans had trouble there. Eddie Williamson penetrated, nobody rotated back. Nichols again able to beat him down the floor for an uncontested layup.
5-4 in favor of St. Ed's. Lorain will be on its offensive end again. Javier Andrews works to the left side. Nas Bohannon to the right elbow, then drops it down at the baseline. And the big guy, Barry's going to get bumped going along the baseline. Funderburk's going to be called for it.
Boy, see that, that kind of evened out. So I'm going to give the officials credit for being consistent because there wasn't a whole lot there. But fortunately, Barry, off that baseline drive, was able to get the foul call. Down there, nothing's coming easy for Lorain on offense.
Well, there's another awkward-looking shot forced up, but the rebound is there for Devon Andrews. He comes up talking to Nichols. He's got 4 in the ball game. It's a 6-5 lead for the Titans. More of that full court pressure. Coming up court is Ryan. He'll get it off. Knowles drops it off, and there's the first dunk of the ball game. It's going to belong to DJ Funderburk.
Yeah, Ed's really having not much trouble at all with the Lorain pressure at this point.
5 minutes left. It's a 7-6 lead. Fall away from the jumper. Foul's going to be called on the tip on Rashad Berry. Wasn't a lot of contact, but it's consistent contact.
Right, it is, and he was over the top. They had to call that. Davier Andrews with, kind of a force, and as you're pointing out here, that's a second foul on Rashad Berry.
Looks like we'll get a sub coming in for Berry. Officials at the far end taking the time getting the ball into play. Berry will sit down. Anthony Smothers comes into the ball game. 6'7" junior, 6.5 points a ball game, 5 rebounds.
Well, Titans got to make a little. They're going to adjustment, going 1-3-1 now, half court pressure. They want to keep pressuring. You can't let anybody behind you if you're going to trap. Somebody's got to protect the rim.
Flannery working with the ball out top, sends it left side. Knowles slices through the left side of the lane, lays it in, and has another deuce.
Boy, Knowles just challenged Smothers right there, went right to the rack.
Interesting here, I'm picking up on the right hand of Devon Andrews. Has got that taped up. It looked like it was in a little bit of pain at the end of the last game. Baseline drive, pull-up jumper from about 8 feet is no good that time for Bohannon. Rebound comes down to St. Ed's. Eagles will push. Knowles outside the arc on the right side. Wants to go to work off the screen for Funderburk into the lane. Had an open look. Decided not to take it. Nichols working off the left wing. Fires just inside the three-point
shot
arc.
there, Don. He stepped back and drilled that shot. Nichols, and Ed's off to the start they wanted here early.
Lorain High will take a 30-second timeout. Give us the opportunity to remind you that all of these games broadcast on the Lorain County Sports Network are simulcast and archived. LorainCounty.com. Want to invite you to log on and check out the games. LorainCounty.com. It's all about Lorain County. It's all about you. Also, if you want to check out the video of this game later, join us on WLCS TV 20. Good to have Joe Bach along.
Well, Eds couldn't get off to a better start, Don. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Kipper Nichols himself 3 for 3. And Lorain has really made a concerted effort to take the ball to the basket, but the St. Ed's defense has answered that challenge. They've been able to contest everything and not foul. So Titans need a good possession right here. They've been able to get inside, but they probably need to get maybe one step closer. Try to finish it out. Easier said, though, when you got 6'9" roaming around in there ready to reject anything.
11-6 in favor of St. Ed's. Lorain with the ball coming off the 30-second timeout. Williamson will work forward. Flannery's going to pick him up, man. Bohannon will pop out, sends it off to Davier Andrews, beat up by Knowles. Wants to go to work. Knowles moving his feet really well, maintaining that man defense. Bohannon along the baseline, falls into a double team. Smothers from the left elbow, 15-footer, rolls off the rim. Ball tipped around loose, picked up by Flannery. Fast break opportunity. Williamson will catch up with him. There's a trap along the near sideline, but they'll get it back to Kipper Nichols, and he'll run the offense between the circles.
Yeah, it's going to run a set here against Lorain half-court D.
Flannery steps back, long three ball, short.
No check out.
Underneath goes Nichols. He'll go up with a shot, miss that one. Rebound comes down to Devon Andrews. He's going to push. Andrews gets bumped along the near side. That one's going to be on Flannery. His first, team third.
Well, the Titans are fortunate. Flannery had an open look on that three, missed it, got his own rebound, was able to throw a nice pass inside. They missed the layup. Devon Andrews able to draw the foul against transition. You can see the Titans are trying to push, but right now, Don, just 2 for 11 from the floor. Have just got off to a terrible start shooting the basketball, Lorain.
Well, you bring in Kevin Davis, who brings that outside shot factor, along with a couple of the other guys, so you might see a little change in the offense. He's being checked up by Flannery, goes by him into the lane, scoops up a layup. A little bit too fancy that time. Rebound comes down to Mike Ryan.
Yeah, the inside presence of the Eds defense is changing a few of these shots by Lorain. A little bit off balance on their takes.
Funderburk steps around the defense. They're going to call a foul on Smothers, and that's, I guess there was contact.
Yeah, he was playing pretty good defense, Smothers, but where he got himself in trouble is he wasn't straight. His chest was kind of leaning in a little bit. Again, not a lot of contact, but looks like they've been calling that from the beginning.
Funderburk's got 2 in the ball game, has 2 free throws coming this way right now with 2:57 left in the first quarter. First one is off the mark right.
You got to rebound this and you got to run if you're the Titans, or you got to pull it out of the net if he makes it and run. But they just got to keep attacking that basket and hope these shots start to fall.
Andrew Dow comes into the ball game for St. Ed's, as does Tommy Schmock. But Dow is a beast. Look at that guy.
And check out.
And he's going to get in there and get the rebound, get it off the Schmuck.
Gotta check out on a free throw. Gotta check out.
Nichols fakes to the right, goes to the left, misses the layup. Smothers there for the rebound, gets it off to Davis, quickly forward, and you're going to get a block call.
Good call.
Give Andrews enough room to come down.
Yeah, that was that one, you know, they're throwing an outlet pass up the sideline to Andrews, and again, perfect analogy, Don. He's got to be able to come down with the ball. Didn't, got the foul.
Davis will work the ball up court. Schmuck's going to play defense on him with 2:39 left in this first quarter. He's working off to the left wing, finds Davier Andrews. Davier back out top to the right side, Devon now. Baseline try, steps inside, straight off the glass and in.
Did a real good job gathering himself. Devon Andrews come from the right wing, took one good dribble, almost a jump stop, and then finish.
Knowles from the right wing works across the lane, into the lane, puts it up with the left hand and in.
But, you know, and he just too easy.
Going the other way, here come the Titans on the offensive end. It's going to go back and forth pretty quick. No one's going to want to take much time. Devon Andrews outside the arc, just right of center, spins into the lane between two different defenders, has this shot swatted away. It'll stay with the Titans. 2:01 left, 13-8 in favor of the Eagles.
Well, the Ed's interior defense is very good. I mean, you got 6'9", 6'7" in there. Anytime someone drives, there's about 4 hands up trying to swat that thing.
Tell you what, Eagles just got a good bit smaller with Vanderberg stepping off the court. Although you still got Nichols out there.
Devon Andrews taking a rest though for the Titans as well.
Davier takes the drive into the lane. That one's going to be tipped back. Bohannon's going to pick that up. Not sure what to do for a moment, then gathers and drops it down to the baseline. Back out top to Davis. Smith is in the ball game, by the way. Back cut, they missed him. He'll pop back outside the arc on the right baseline. Davier Andrews, long 3 ball. That one's short. Rebound, battled for, and it'll be picked up by the Titans. Inside it goes. Ball loose on the ground. Davis will come out with it. Spins away from pressure, sends it left side. Davier Andrews, head fake,
nice
drops
pass.
it underneath to Bohannon, puts it in.
Good job. Great look by Davier Andrews, finding Bohannon on the backside.
Here's that Titan press. And again, Eds is going to handle it fairly easily. Mike Ryan drops it down. Knowles goes to the, drops it off awkwardly to one of his teammates, but then they'll find Mike Ryan following through the lane. He's got an easy deuce.
Yeah, Eds has consistently been able to get inside.
Titans going the other way, and ball knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it went off of Eds, but they saved it right back into Andrews' hands. He was able to lay it in. Flannery comes back into the ball game for the Eagles.
It's been fairly... very efficient for Eds. 7 of 11 on the floor. I mean, that's Titan defense is not used to getting riddled like that. But still, it's getting your legs on you. It's withstanding this a little bit. Need a good possession on this inbounds.
Lamar Ross comes into the ball game.
Didn't need that.
Yeah, turnover on that. Tommy Schmuck there to take it away. They'll work up court. Ryan with the ball, drops it down to the baseline. 3 ball by Nichols. That one's going to come up short. Rebound comes to Smothers. We're going to off to Ross now. Davis, quick pass forward, finds Smith. Smith hesitates at the left wing, sends it across. Bohannon outside the arc, sends it back to the baseline. Smothers from 17. That one no. Ball loose, going to be picked up by Smith. Wanted to work into the lane, wasn't going to be there. 35 seconds left on the first quarter clock. Eagles up by 5, 15-9. Bohannon pops out. You can hear the folks behind us calling for one shot. Bohannon's going to start it from between the circles. He'll leave it off to Davis. 23, 22, 21 seconds. Now the coaching staff saying, yeah, one shot. Ross will come up, at least look to give a screen to Davis, and he backed away. 13, 12, 11.
You know, Flannery is not getting the count, so now they're going to go with off that high screen.
Davis works into the lane, scoops it down. Shot from about 5 feet is a no-go that time. Bohannon gets it back! Gets it right out of the hands of Andrew Dow. Puts it up and in!
Tremendous job by Bohannon, ripping that ball loose and finishing before the buzzer. And I thought he got fouled too.
No doubt. 15-12. The Eagles over the Titans at the end of the first frame. We'll take a break and be right back on the Cool Cat 1380, Lorain County Sports Network, and WLCS TV 20.
Ohio State is saving lives every day.
This is Ohio State.
We're the economic engine of the state. A major employer.
Over 60,000 students. We're on the forefront of cancer research. An educational core of Ohio.
Impacting tens of thousands daily.
Our alumni organization is nearly 500,000 worldwide.
This is Ohio State.
This is Ohio State.
Ohio State.
This is the Ohio State University. Have you ever bought a car and then realized you couldn't afford it? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something different. Don't be insane. At Credit Max Auto, you can get a really great car with a payment you can't afford. Visit us at creditmaxauto.com.
What are your thoughts on this first quarter?
I tell you, the Titans down 3, but they've done a tremendous job on the board. They had 12 rebounds, 8 of them were offensive. So they're doing very well there. They shot terrible, 5 for 19, and only 1 possession game. They get this offense rolling a little bit, Don. They're right there.
We'll get back at it. Williamson comes back to the ball game. Devon Andrews, Rashad Berry's back in there as well. Devon's going to take it to the rack off the right side. Nice individual move for the big guy.
He's just so smooth, Devon Andrews. I mean, he glides with that finish.
Titans bounce right back into that full court pressure. Bohannon on the point. Ryan looking for some help. Goes long pass forward. That'll be David Dow. Backside pass. That'll be Schmock. Drops it inside. Yeah. Funderburk will lay it in.
They're just able to throw over the top edge, and that gets them into a 2-on-1, 3-on-2 situation against this press. They've handled this press very well. Davier Andrews to the left elbow. Drops it off to Devon. He's going to get blocked and go up with it. They're going to call a jump ball. Alternate possession. Should belong to St. Ed's. You know, again, that's another element that the Titans haven't seen a whole lot of this year, but Devon Andrews taking that ball, and Funderburk's got him by about 3 inches.
Yeah. Kipper Nichols comes back into the ball game. He's got 7 points in the ball game. He'll get the inbounds pass, and he'll go to work against Williamson. Then he finds the double team, sends it all the way across. Dowell right into the middle. Flannery's going to run the offense. Drops it off to Nichols and gets it back between the circles. Works to the right side. That'll be David Dowell. Dowell to the free throw line. Pump fake, drops it down to Funderburk. He mishandles with Berry checking him. Dowell right back to DJ Funderburk. Shows left, goes right, tries to step under. Nice defense by the Titans. Stepping out is Ryan. Outside the arc, drained it.
It's got every element you need, Eds, to be a great team. Outside shooting, inside presence.
Javier Andrews could have been called for a travel. The officials will forego that. He'll find Bohannon on the right side. Misses that one. Devon Andrews right there, and he's getting busy inside now. He's got 10.
Devon Andrews needs to make a living in there until they stop him. He traveled.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Dowell get the ball, took a couple extra steps. Nickel on the left wing. Flannery will come back out and run the offense now. Holds 3 up into the air, finds Ryan on the left side. And now Nickel goes to work trying to clear space with Andrews checking him up. Boy, Andrews is really digging this matchup with Kipper Nichols. He's doing a little bit of talking out there, which is part of the game. Right side, boy, Funderburk.
Oh, he's over the top.
Boy, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Should have been a foul, could have been a travel. And you're going to get a foul call going the other way. Who are they going to call this on?
I mean, it's frustrating when your kids box out the way the Titans did that time. Kipper Nichols easily was over the back, no call, but Titans do draw the foul in transition.
Knocked Williamson down, made enough contact that they didn't call him for the travel. Yeah. They had possession of the ball, then went down.
We need it.
Yeah, they hand us a stats package, nice, but
we got stats all over tonight, baby.
6 minutes left in the first half, 4-point difference, 26-16.
Ed's going a little like a 1-2-2 zone now. 6-7 Kipper Nichols up top.
Wow, that's intense. Bohannon spins into the lane, rolls out, ball poked away, picked up by Ryan, wants to work up court. Goes behind his back, and Davier Andrews right there to poke it away. Fast break opportunity. Naz Bohannon puts it up, and he's going to be called. Oh, I thought they were going to get him for the charge. They're going to call the block underneath on Funderburk. That's going to be his second foul.
You know what, Don? I like the call. One, because it favors the Titans. But if you watch Funderburk, he was there. He tried to take it in his hip. I yell about that all year. Yep. He did not try to take that thing in his chest. He tried to take it in his hip because Bohannon was coming hard, and they called the block.
16 foul on Eds. Bohannon's going to let him off the hook by missing the first free throw, though. You got to hit these easy ones.
Well, you know, and when you think it's going to be a tight ball game, and it is, you're absolutely right.
Second one is good. Bohannon's got 7 now. Yeah. Boy, and Eds just whips the pressure.
Well, the Titans backed off, too. They called the press off that time and just falling back to straight man-to-man. I like that because they've handled that press well. Go back to it later.
Williamson trying to check up Nichols. He'll slice through the lane, put it up.
Oh, he's just smooth, man. I don't know where he's going. I know he's going somewhere to play, but he is a good ball player.
Bohannon on the left baseline, sends it all the way out. 3-ball launch. That one no good for the Titans. Rebound comes down, That'll be in the hands of Funderburk. He'll get it out. Flannery will work up court, comes across the timeline. Williamson will meet him there, finds Knowles on the left wing now. He'll be D'd up by Bohannon. Screen from Funderburk. Knowles sends it back out. Ryan looks to the right side. There's Nichols. He'll be checked out there by Shane Smith, and that'll bring a timeout off the Eagles bench, a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, Coach Flannery at St. Ed's doesn't look happy. I think he almost going to use a timeout here to run the set he wanted to run. I think he wanted his kids running the set. They weren't running anything, and so he got a quick 30 here to talk to them.
By the way, we did our starting lineups, and I didn't credit our good friends at MT Business Technologies. They've been with us all season long. I don't want to forget them here as we get into the postseason. They bring us our starting lineups every night. So, want to maximize your efficiency in professional document management systems and network management solutions? Check out MT Business Technologies. Good to have them along.
I'll tell you, if anyone thought that they were just being lazy here at the University of Akron and they just said we're putting a sign up with your don't want to deal with anything, no, this place is sold out.
It is clear. There's not, as I look around, an empty seat. In fact, they're bringing out some chairs and putting them on the angles here.
Yeah, this is a huge crowd. Great to see.
Eagles ball, foul line extended on their offensive end. Flannery will inbound it to Knowles. Nickel will come across the top. He's got a mouth guard, but it's hanging half out of his mouth. Flannery works to the right wing. Bounce pass goes into Nickel. He'll push up the shot. That one, no. Bohannon will pull it down. Fast break opportunity. Davier now looking up court, crosses over, sends it outside to Williamson. Williamson wants to go on the drive, leaves it back. Bohannon, 15-footer, rattles around, falls off.
Oh, my goodness.
Rebound comes down. Nichols, and a foul's going to be called on Shane Smith, coming up battling for the rebound.
Boy, that's the way the Titans have been shooting, unfortunately, this half. Now they're 7 for 24 from the floor. Bohannon, we just watched him make that shot all year, and it almost seemed like halfway down, and then it rolls out. But its Titans are off to cold shooting, and Eds couldn't be much hotter. 63% from the floor to start the game.
1-3-1 press now. Andrews at the top. Knowles just dribbles his way all the way through. It goes up in the middle of the lane. He's going to get the and one. Smothers went straight up, but boy, you're just going to get that call every time.
Well, the problem is this. If you're in a 1-3-1, there's absolutely no way anyone should be able to dribble down the middle of the floor and end up making a layup against you. Because basically he went through three Titans to do that. He went right through the middle of the defense. And that's just stuff we have not seen, but we haven't seen an opponent this good yet either.
Agreed. 7-point lead for the Eagles, 24-17. Opportunity to bump it up here a little bit more for Darian Knowles. 6'3" senior has a free throw coming his way, and he got it in. And the Titans facing pressure now. Flannery stepped up and wanted to guard Davis. They'll work it up court fairly quickly. There's a foul along the sideline as Bohannon wanted to take the drive just into the ball game. Daniel Chambers is going to be whistled for it. That'll send Lorain to the line for the 1-and-1.
And again, as you already mentioned, but now this is going to be critical, especially when you're not shooting the ball well from the floor. You've got to take advantage at the foul line and keep your legs under you here. It's got out to an 8-point deficit for the Titans. They need to cut into this thing and on these free throws.
Communication between the Titans now, talking about what's coming after this free throw. The first one is good. Bohannon now with 8 points in the ball game already. Here's the problem for the Titans. I just noticed this. Devon Andrews has 10. Naz Bohannon has 8.
That's it.
That's it.
Only 2 guys from Lorain that have scored up to this point.
25-18 in favor of the Eagles.
They really have had very few open looks from the outside.
Bohannon sets again. That's good. He's got 9. More full court pressure. Flannery's going to get it. Titans will just fall back now after some initial pressure. Davis will pick up Flannery. Bounce pass goes high to Ryan, then off to the left wing. Nichols. Shane Smith will check him up. Flannery will swing it around to the right side. Knowles, and on the right wing there is Chambers. That's all of the Eagles on the court right now. Nichols swings it down to the baseline. Ball poked away a reach. Oh, an offensive foul. I thought they were going to get Davis on the reach, but apparently Knowles cleared with his offhand.
Well, the Lorain bench, and it was right in front of the Lorain bench. The coaches were immediately yelling for that and got the call.
25-19. Baseline pass goes down to Rashad Berry. His pass across is picked away by Knowles and will head the other way. It's poked away again. Flannery still with possession. The Titans just reaching all over the place. Lob pass goes to the baseline. Unable to put it down that time was Mike Ryan. Ball's going to go out of bounds off of Lorain along the near sideline. Nas Bohannon just army crawling along the floor.
Selling out, but athletes all over this floor tonight. Athletes, they're throwing lob passes to take your pick.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Ryan's 6'6". He looks a little bit smaller when you compare him to some of the other guys, but boy, tie up underneath. Devon Andrews got into Nichols, tied him up, and the ball ended up going out of bounds off him, but great block.
Yeah, Kipper Nichols has got Devon Andrews by about 2 inches, but Devon got his hands on that ball and didn't let go.
Long inbounds pass comes in between the circles. Nichols works to the right side. Flannery then gets it back. Devon's going to come out and check him up. One hand on a chip, keeps rotating those. He'll work off the screen, into the lane, lay up and 2.
He just does so many things so well, Nichols. So strong finishing.
Davis wanted to look underneath. Berry wanted it. The defense was going to be there. Devon Andrews will slice through the lane, get the pass. Nice tip on the backside by Berry.
Yeah, great job. They forced Devon to alter that shot, but Berry was there.
Ball loose. Knowles tried to throw it off the legs of Smith. Ended up being picked up by Davis. He wants to hustle up court, sends it back to Smith with just under 3 minutes left. Baseline. Berry fakes the pass, goes up strong from about 5 feet. Tip, no. Rebound comes down to Knowles. 6-point difference now. Fast break opportunity for the Eagles. Flannery works to the right baseline. Nichols looks right, goes left, gets it back from Flannery. After he sends it out, he'll pop from 12 and get it.
It's a good job by Flannery, understanding he had Nichols again. He almost reposted him. Second pass got him open.
3-ball left side that one time. Andrews misses badly. Caught a piece of the rim on the front, but that was about it. Nichols there for the rebound.
The Titans' outside game tonight, unfortunately, looks like that Brunswick game down.
Yeah, I agree. We got to credit Ed's defense on that as well, because they're just not getting good looks otherwise. Nichols wants to go to work. He's working along with Chambers to set it up. Not going to be there for him. Flannery now with Davis checking him up on top.
Whatever the box set is.
Nichols will pop up top at the free throw line. Goes over, lays on the back, actually, of Rashad Berry and ends up putting the shot in. He's got 15.
Right now, about every set they run is just going to end up with Kipper Nichols with the ball, and he's just taking over.
10-point lead is going to remain there as the 3-ball is a no-go for Smith. Rebound comes down to Knowles. Hey, Eds, if they continue to build this lead here, could really make a statement in this first half. Flannery to Ryan. He'll spin and turn from 17. That one no good. Rebound comes down to Davis. Nice job underneath by Smith, boxing out. Davis will work up court, hesitate just beyond midcourt, flips it down to the baseline. Davier Andrews thought about the 3-ball, takes the drive, floats one up from about 5. Tipped by Berry is good again.
Good job by Berry, but Titans really aren't running offense, Don. They're not running that motion set that's been so good to them. It's a lot of one-on-one stuff right now.
Just over a minute left in the first half of action here. 31-23, St. Ed's over Lorain. Under a minute now. Nichols spins away from pressure, goes up, mishandles. Ball comes up in the hands of Devon Andrews. He's going to mishandle it. Has the ball poked away. He'll pick it back up. A little bit of a mismatch, 5-on-4. Devon wants to work through the lane, and he's going to get fouled out near the free throw line. He'll go to the line for a couple. That's going to be the 9th foul on Eds.
Boy, I tell you, that was another one of those takes by Devon. There wasn't a lot of contact there. I mean, he did get the foul, but we've seen a lot worse, but they have been consistent, and we talk about that's what we want, so consistency has been there.
I think they got Flannery on the foul. That'll be his second. Got a couple subs in here for Eds. 1-1 with an opportunity to decrease this Eds lead with 45.5 seconds left. Devon Andrews at the line. First one, no. Boy, Berry sold out to get after that tip. Boy, how does that happen? Dowell ended up picking up the ball, sliding on the floor, and they won't call the travel there. But then Berry's going to be whistled for his 3rd foul.
Yeah, 90 feet from the basket.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of a frustration foul because that tip just, again, rolls off. We've seen that a few times, but, boy, you just don't want to put yourself out of the game with that foul.
That's exactly what will happen. Andrews and Berry will sit down. We've got all the shooters on the court right now. Davier, Nas, Anthony Smith. Actually, it's a bit of a big squad. I checked that. The shooter out there is Shane Smith. Dowell with the ball. He's playing catch across the top there with Schmock. Schmock gets it back to Dowell. Get it back between the circle, 23, 22, 21 seconds. David Dowell. Now Nichols hops out. Look for him to get another touch here since he gave it up with 13, 12, 11 seconds. Schmock will come out top. Nichols wants to go to work. Looking off to his right side.
Nichols gonna go to work.
3. Nichols just inside the arc. Actually, of it 3 if it goes, and it does.
I tell you what, Bohannon could have done nothing more. Had a hand up on him. Nichols stepped back and drilled it. What a first half for Nichols.
34-23 in favor of St. Ed's over the Lorain Titans.
Which of the angles on the board are the one from the quiz on Friday? Jaden?
Research shows more and more 12 to 15-year-olds have arteries similar to that of a 45-year-old. But it doesn't have to be that way. Don't let your children grow up too fast. Encourage them to act their age through regular exercise and healthy eating.
Veterans benefits earned through your service in the National Guard or Reserve can offer a range of support.
I wouldn't be here today as a successful woman without the help that I receive.
From home loans to job training, go to benefits.va.gov/Guard Reserve to find out more, even how to apply online using eBenefits.
This is one of the best things I ever did in my life.
We were very fortunate to have these benefits, so we definitely ought to use them.
Achieve your next mission. Learn about your VA benefits today.
Is magic really magic? If a deal is too good to be true, well, don't be fooled. There is no magic. Credit Max Auto has a great selection of cars with fast, easy financing and payments you can afford. Check us out at creditmaxauto.com.
Titans and the Eagles come back onto the court. Right in front of us, you can hear that clapping. Naz Bohannon getting the Lorain fans fired up. He's going to be out on the court. Williamson will be joining him. Devon Andrews, Rashad Berry, and Davier Andrews. There's your starting lineup in the second half, brought to you by MT Business Technologies. Flannery, Ryan, Nichols, Funderburk, and I'm missing one more. Oh, there he is, Knowles on the court for the Eagles.
Yeah, a spot the Titans haven't been in very often this year, 11 points down, but you get that back, you need a couple of defensive stops in a row after you score.
Ball poked away as Williamson tries to work into the lane. I didn't see any of the Eagles touch it, but they're going to get it right.
He got it tipped from behind.
Okay.
You were blocked by this official. He needs to move a little bit more.
Oh, we'll have to work on that. Williamson will get the ball outside the arc near the right baseline off the inbounds pass. They'll center it up and work it to the left wing. Devon there. Getting checked up. Bohannon will help him. Davier will come across the top. Nice replacement offense right now for the Titans. Bohannon works into the lane, spins, drops it off to Devon. Changes his shot midair and puts it in for his point. He'll get it right back. Davier there, actually. Williamson out top, and this is what you were calling for, Coach.
Right, need one. I really need to finish this one here.
Devon going to work against Nichols, goes inside, gets bumped. We're going to say it was on the floor to be a Lorain high ball
Coach
extended.
Rossitano wanted shooting foul here, but that would have down the road maybe and at the cue that you might have got that call.
Yeah.
Inbounds under for the Titans.
Nichols whistled for the foul. That'll be his first, team first. Long outlet pass comes to Davier, who wants to take the drive. Flips it up in the middle of the lane. May have been bumped, and then from the floor, Mike Ryan reaches up, and I have no idea what he was thinking, and committed a foul.
I don't know, because Davier has just been a little bit off, Don, with his offensive game tonight, and they're going to say that foul was on the floor, I believe.
What do you think? I thought he was shooting. He had the ball at his shoulder. What do I know? Either way, it'll be Lorain high ball
here.
Underneath their own basket. Boy, bad position there for Bohannon to get the ball. Worked his way right into a double team. Turns from about 5, misses that one. Knowles will pick it up for St. Ed's and get it off to Flannery, and we'll head the other way. 34-25. Flannery goes down, maintains his dribble. Nice job there. And talk about fundamentals. There's a ball tip. It's going to be picked up by Rashad Berry for the Titans. He's going to go all the way. Rock the house with 2 hands.
Yeah, Eddie Williamson, I thought Rashad needed to give it up, but Eddie Williamson instead got ahead and set a screen for him. Let him take it and drill it.
Lorain High fans on their feet now. They're enjoying this right in front of our position with Knowles. Spins away from pressure from Davier. They'll maintain the offense and settle things down. That's a nice job by an experienced team to not get too wrapped up in that.
Well, here Lorain can build on this. One more stop, Don. We talked about it. They've got it down to 7. And they're feeling it a little bit with their defensive intensity.
Knowles had the ball poked away by Davier Andrews. It's going to stay with the Eagles. Flannery on his offensive end. Foul line extended. Nichols will come out top. Fakes right, goes left, lays it up, and rolls it off, but the foul was whistled. Again, not much contact, but the officials have been calling that way all game long.
You know, what's impressive about Kipper Nichols, Don, is that time he ball faked at the top of the key and then went with his left hand and was able to, beat them.
Nichols will hit the free throw. He's got 19.
Well, they got a foul on Devon Andrews.
Oh, they got it on Andrews.
Yeah.
Okay. Not that that's a good thing, but better than it being on Barry.
But, that's what's so nice having a player like Nichols. He stems the tide right there and back to 9-point lead for Eds.
Titans will get the ball across the timeline. Davier Andrews facing a trap there. Lifts it to the top of the key. Devon had the ball poked away as he ran into Funderburk. Nichols will come up with it. Devon's going to stay with the full court pressure. Kipper Nichols is going to beat him down court. Misses the layup short. Rebound Ryan. No, he had it for a minute. Funderburk's going to get it. Williamson will wrap him up. He'll get it right back. Steps out of bounds on the baseline. We're going the other way. Credit Eddie Williamson.
Absolutely. Eddie Williamson giving up about a foot to Funderburk. Fought him tooth and nail and forced that turnover for Funderburk to step on the end line. Pressure from the Eagles here, though. 1-2-1-1 look here, about three-quarter court.
Titans not in crisis mode yet. They'll go long cross-court pass. Williams
got a lob.
Backside, it'll be Bohannon wisely just lays it in. Nice ball movement there by the Titans. 36-29, down to 7 again with 5.5 left in the third quarter. Quick pass goes up court. Nichols outside the right arc for St. Ed's.
Well, you got to work on Nichols, Don. When he gives up the ball, don't let him get it back.
Pass goes inside, ball poked loose. It'll be right back to Nichols. He's going to run over a Titan, Rashad Berry. No call there.
Ton of contact there. Block charge, something. They let that go.
And then, see, there's the problem. Now we're going to have a problem. At one end, you don't get a call. At this end, not the same, but similar.
You didn't get as much, but it was a block. I mean, if you're going to call it was a block. But at the other end, as you're talking, there was a lot more contact, and that didn't go anywhere. But I'm going to tell you what, this would really be a tough game to officiate.
I agree.
Because of the pace of this game, the athletes on the floor, I mean, it's just, I would want no part of reffing this game.
Flannery will sit down for the Eagles with 3 fouls. The Titans will have the ball coming off that foul. Tug on the shirt here by Williamson. Lays it off. Andrews thought about the 3-ball. Davier
not feeling it, though, Davier. He's not feeling it to pull the trigger yet.
Devon wants to take the drive. He's going to get fouled in the middle of the lane. That's going to be on Nichols. His second in this quarter. Team foul number 4 on St. Ed's.
Devon Andrews made up his mind when he caught that. And again, they ran their offense that time, Don. They ran that motion. They ran Devon off the curl. As soon as he caught the ball behind the free throw line, he knew he was going to the rack.
Nichols with 2 team fouls. One of the things that if you're checking out the St. Ed's tweets from the first half is their fans are thinking they're not getting calls. Well, right now with a 4-1 foul differential here in this third quarter,
well, it's like The Rock said, it doesn't matter what they think, Don.
14 points on the board here for Devon as he goes and sits down following 2 makes. That'll help the effort. 38-31, a 7-point difference. More full court pressure by the Titans. Long outlet pass finds Funderburk at midcourt. He's going to go into the lane looking awkward. Lifts up a shot. That one's not going to go, but the tip is there for Mike Ryan. He's got 7 now.
Again, the throwing over the top of the press has been very effective for Eds tonight. That time they get a 2-on-1.
Williamson out top between the circles, wants to take the drive, has the ball poked away. Fast break opportunity. Knowles on the loose, down court, lays it in with the left hand. He's got
just
9.
like that, it's back to 11. Momentum swings right back immediately to the Eagles.
42-31 with 4:26 left. Davier from 17 feet left side. He got that one. And that's going to be a 30-second timeout coming off the Lorain High bench. Davier Andrews, his first points of the ball game. We'll remind you can check this game out later if you like. All of our basketball broadcasts this year are simulcast and archived online at LorainCounty.com. Add the slash. And at WDLW, you can check out the archive, LorainCounty.com. It's all about Lorain County. It's all about you. Don't forget, you can also check this out on video as well. Our partner tonight, WLCS TV 20. Joe Bach in the house here at Akron, high atop, almost in the rafters, enjoying the game as well.
Davier Andrews did a nice job pulling up and hitting that jumper, and then he kind of shook his head like, I finally, he's just 1 for 9 from the floor tonight, but shooter's got to shoot.
Yes.
And hopefully that one will get him going, and he'll get a little bit of rhythm because the Titans need someone else to step up here a little bit.
Officials slowing things down here.
They're putting it down.
They're finally going to, Ed's is finally going to come up and get it. They're going to be able to handle the pressure. Schmock into the ball game. He'll be playing catch with Knowles. He'll come across the timeline. Wait for Schmock to center it back up and get into the offense. Knowles works away from pressure, spots from 15 feet, leaves that one well short. DJ Funderburk, rebound, put back, and one. They're going to whistle Naz Bohannon for the foul.
Well, Funderburk did a nice job. He set a high screen for Knowles, and as Knowles came off that screen, Funderburk immediately went strong right to the basket. It was on the backside, got the rebound, got the foul.
Back to an 11-point difference. Funderburk can make this. It'll be 12. He'll miss it. Rebound comes down to Bohannon. He splits a double team, gets it off to Davier Andrews. Hesitates on the left wing. Bounce pass down to Barry. Barry flips it up almost behind his head and in.
Good look by Davier Andrews. Barry hustling behind the defense.
Under 4 minutes left in this third quarter. Ryan will work up court, finds Schmock off to the left side. Drops it off to Nichols and gets it right back. Swings it over to Knowles on the right wing, down to Ryan along the baseline. Back to the wing now on the right side for St. Ed's. A couple dribbles to the top of the three. Ball poked away. Foul's going to be called, and Davier Andrews comes up holding his eye. Might have to get him out of there. Let's see who they whistled that on. Who did they call that on?
Well, there's a foul. I don't know why that was a shooting foul, to be honest about it. But they're giving 2 free throws there. It definitely was a foul on the drive. I didn't think he got the ball up to shoot it, Knowles.
Well, Hannon was whistled for the foul. That'll be his second, team third. And Devon's going to replace Davier. And Andrews switch here with Davier getting a poke in the eye.
Come on, man. Look alive.
Knowles with 10 points. Second free throw is good, make it 11. Going the other way.
Yeah, we got a 1-3-1 now by St. Ed's.
Well, Hannon posts high, spots from 15, leaves that one a little bit long. Barry with the tip from behind, that one no good. Knowles will pull down the rebound, and he's going to get on the push. Hesitates at midcourt, goes by Smith, works into a double team, leaves it back for Schmock to the right side, and Nickel now. Devon's going to come out and check him up. I think Devon likes this matchup. He'll get the high screen, gets knocked down by Funderburk. No whistle there. Ryan to the left side, down to the baseline now. And Knowles, he'll work away from pressure, back out top. Funderburk's not really a threat from outside there, and Barry will back off. Devon still trying to check up Nichols. He'll make all kinds of space, ends up losing the ball. Devon's going to go on the fast break. Funderburk right on his side. He's going to go by him and lay it in.
Yeah,
nice
great
job,
defense
Devon.
at the other end by the Titans. Set that up. Devon Andrews coast to coast to finish.
46-37, 2.5 minutes. Titans need to work this lead down a little bit more going into that fourth quarter. You don't have to make it all up right now. A couple baskets would help, though.
Yeah, Ed's going to be very patient here, though. They'll run a set.
Schmock tries to get it off to Knowles. Knowles gets harassed out there, takes it to the rack on his own, and again with that left hand, gets it to drop.
Knowles has really come up big for Eds tonight.
Schmock's going to get called for a foul down at the other end. Devon Andrews wanted to go to the rack. He'll get whistled for it. That'll be the second on Schmock. Team foul number 5. And back up off the bench, Sean Flannery. No doubt that Eric Flannery wants to get the younger Flannery on the court.
Yeah, what Eds will do a great job of here is using clock with their offensive sets. You know they're going to shoot a good shot every time. So Titans really got to be letter perfect here offensively to cut into this lead.
David Dowell comes into the ball game for St. Ed. Sitting down was Darian Knowles. Again, a nice round of applause as he went to the bench. Inbounds pass comes to Shane Smith. He'll drop it down to Davis. Here's your shooting squad for Lorain. Devon Andrews at the top, goes by one defender, takes it to the rack and in again.
Strong take, just real strong take. Devon Andrews he's going to challenge everybody tonight.
48-39, less than 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Nichols gets it back out top to Flannery, just puts the ball on his hip. Titans aren't going to challenge. Ed's going to be very content just to hold it.
Yeah, they're going to have to come up a little bit and work on him, or Eds will, as you're saying, with a 9-point lead here. They'll just take as much as they want. Minute 35 left in the quarter.
Dowell playing catch with Ryan, back out top. Send it out to Nichols. The Titans need to extend this defense.
Well, it's a 1-2-2 zone. Devon Andrews up top, but Eds is just throwing over, making the right decisions.
Well, it could have been a travel on Nichols outside. They'll find Dowell. He works himself into a double team, and you're going to get a timeout, a 30-second timeout off the St. Ed's bench. Both teams now with their allotment of 60s left. All the 30s are burnt. 1:16 left. Actually, clock's running. I'm not. That's a long timeout, or there's a malfunction. Now they stopped it. It should be at 1:16. They stopped it at 1:09. Now they'll put it back to 1:11. Okay. Whatever they want to do.
5 seconds, huh?
I don't know how that works.
Here, look
but
at
it is
this.
what it is.
On the board in front of us, 1:15.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Timeout, and they put 1:11 on the clock.
I don't know if you care about it.
Well, I would care about it. Anytime I'm behind, I care about it. I want every second I got. Why do we have the right one and the official score doesn't?
It's still not right. They're not going to change it, and no one's going to point it out.
I will. Hey!
Inbounds comes to Nichols, gets wrapped up almost immediately, loses the ball, rips it back away, forces it out. Flannery's going to end up with it, sends it all the way across court. Dowell wants to go to work, works to the top of the key. Funderburk off the top of his hands, right into Flannery's hands. Right place, right time. Ryan, 3-ball, Rebound comes down to Barry, gets it out quickly. Davis. Backside is Devon Andrews.
Numbers.
Oh, nice job by Flannery, poking the pass away from Davis.
Davis made the mistake, Don, as coming down. He should have stayed wide. By him going in too soon towards the basket, it allowed Flannery to get his hand on that pass. If he'd have stayed out there wide, they could have hit him, and he had an uncontested baseline drive. Spacing, just spacing.
Knowles going to come back into the ball game here for Eds. On the court right now for the Titans, Williamson, Barry, Davier Andrews, Devon Andrews, and I want to say it's Barry, but Nichols is between me and him. It's Bohannon. Okay. Looks like it'll be Williamson to run the offense from between the circles now. Facing a bit of a zone.
1-2-2 zone by the Eagles. Now they got their 6-7. Kipper Nichols on top of their 1-2-2.
A little bit more aggressive with this pass intended inside for Devon. Bounces off of one of the Eagles. And boy, there's another turnover. He tried to scoop it back out top. Ends up going into Ryan's hands. A couple passes down court. And into the lane goes Ryan. Gets tied up. Slips it behind his head somehow and still puts it in for his 9th point of the ball game. The other way, Devon Andrews spins toward the block. He's going to get whistled for the travel. He did. Took an extra step.
Yeah, as he was spinning, he just had to drag that last foot. Well, that was a big sequence right there, and again allows Eds to push this lead back out to 11. You got to figure with just 18.2 left in the quarter, Don. Although the Titans are going full court pressure, you think Ed's probably going to try to hold for the last one.
You would tend to think that. Funderburk will come up and help out. He'll get it back to Nichols. Lobs it forward. Funderburk with the ball way outside. I'd check him. He'll send it all the way across to Knowles. 9-8-7. Nichols working against Williamson. He'll hawk him out top. Works off of a screen, and you're going to get a foul out top. Who are they going to call it on? That's the question.
Yeah, Eddie Williamson.
That's the case.
That was a good foul by Eddie Williamson because Nichols is on his way to the basket again.
That'll be his first, team 4, 3.7 seconds. Foul line extended here. Actually, it's baseline.
Good D. Great defense.
They'll finally get it to Funderburk. Then Nichols throws up an air ball. And Williamson, football toss into the student section at the other end, baseline to baseline. So the game's going to remain an 11-point difference. The Titans haven't lost any ground. They haven't made any up either. 50-39 at the end of the third quarter. We'll step away and be right back on the Cool Cat 1380 Lorain County Sports Network and WLCS TV 20.
The Warriors to Work program makes it possible for wounded warriors and their families to build new lives together.
When my dad left, I was like this big, but I'm like this big. My dad got a master's degree and in human resources.
Thanks to Warriors to Work that my dad has a terrific job.
The Wounded Warrior Project helps them by, giving them another start.
Now that my dad's home, I get a lot more hugs.
I'm really proud of him.
Find out more about Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home, the brave.
Why do you let car dealers treat you like you're stupid? Just because you've had credit problems doesn't mean you're stupid. Credit Max Auto treats you with dignity and respect. We have a great selection of cars with fast, easy financing and payments you can afford. Check us out at creditmaxauto.com.
8 minutes on the clock here at the Jar on the campus of the University of Akron. Don Vincent along with the coach, Jim Baker. And I know you break it down into segments, Coach, but boy, that 11-point lead was what we had at half. It's what we end up at the end of the third quarter. What do you do if you're the Titans right now?
You got to try to cut into this in the first 3 minutes of this fourth quarter, Don. Problem is Ed's going to have the ball first. Biggest difference so far tonight is Ed's been able to play either style. They've been able to run, but they've been able to execute in the half court a little bit better than the Titans have.
Getting back at it. Ed's going to have the ball off the time after the quarter break.
5 seconds.
I would think it was.
Jeez.
Flannery working against Davier Andrews, still with the ball, works down the baseline. Nichols wants to go to work. He's going to work inside. Foul's going to be called on Williamson. He'll look at the official and say, hey, he wrapped around me. It's not going to matter. The official already made the call. That's the second one on Eddie.
Yeah, I don't know how Eddie ended up with, Eddie's guarding Kipper Nichols. He's giving away about
and they go right to him. They'll lob it up and put it in.
I don't know how I got this matchup of Eddie Williams on Kipper Nichols, but that was Nichols just a simple lob pass on the inbounds for 2.
Nichols has 24. They've been having him check Nichols outside, but boy, inside that's just not going to work too well. Devon Andrews along the baseline, sends it out. Eddie Williamson hesitates, goes to the rack, has a shot blocked by Ryan, gets it back, bounces it off the leg of Knowles. A little conversation between Rossitano and one of the officials.
Well, the outside game for the Titans, just 0 for 4 on threes tonight. Nobody looks comfortable catching it outside the arc.
Bounce pass comes in to Devon. He's going to get fouled. That's going to be the third on Nichols. Now, does he have to get a little bit more conservative?
Well, it's a nice inbounds play by the Titans as they kind of clear it out and let Devon Andrews just come to the backside. Nice bounce pass, but those are the ones you need to fall in and get a three-point play. Andrews able to knock down that first free throw, though, and cut into this lead, 52-40. Eds with 7:16 left.
And that was a 16 foul on Eds. Both free throws are good for Devon. He's got 20 in the ball game. More full court pressure here by the Titans. Funderburk will get it. He'll work with Ryan, now Flannery against this pressure. Ryan not looking real comfortable. Flannery. Here comes that Titan defense. Long pass forward to Funderburk. Drops it back to Knowles. Uncontested backside two-hand slam.
Well, they're so close to getting a 10-second call, and Eds ends up with a 2-on-0, and now we're going to get a turnover at the other end on a charge on Devon Andrews.
That'll be his second foul, team foul number 6. The Titans need to slow it down here a little bit. The game's getting away from them.
Well, they haven't been in this position all year, Don, and you do have to slow down to come back, and that's tough to understand. I don't know what this discussion is. I'm trying to say who the foul was on.
I'm pretty sure it was on Devon Andrews.
Yeah, I mean, he was on the charge.
Then they started counting heads.
Well, again, if they want to look at our screen right here, it'll tell you who it was on.
Yeah, it's not rocket science, to say the least. 6:56 left in the game. It's Rossitano barking instructions at his guys. There was a man loose. They're still talking about this call and who it was on. Okay, now we got it. Let's play some ball. Knowles to inbound. Bohannon will be right in front of him. Williamson will be checking up Nichols. It'll be Davier Andrews checking up Flannery. Has his hand around his hip like they're old buddies. Flannery will break loose. Find a double team, get it off. Knowles will work it up court. He's been a difference maker. Drops it off to the right side. Funderburk can't do it from about 5 steps out. Rebound comes down. I tell you, they're going to call a jump ball, but again, just boatloads of steps taken by Ryan after he got the ball.
Well, I thought Funderburk took an extra step when he was going up to try to finish, but Titans will end up with the ball back here. Obviously, got to start getting more efficient here offensively. And that outside shooting not there. We got problems now.
Nichols poked it away. He's going to go down. Showtime. He'll go up, hang on the rim. 29 points for him, and that'll bring a full timeout off the Lorain High bench. 56-41, the difference right now with 6.5 left. We'll take a break on the Cool Cap 1380, the Lorain County Sports Network, WLCS TV 20.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Have you ever bought a car and then realized you couldn't afford it? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something different. Don't be insane. At Credit Max Auto, you can get a really great car with a payment you can't afford. Visit us at creditmaxauto.com.
6:35 left in this one. St. Ed's, I don't want to say they're comfortably ahead, but with 6.5 minutes left, you're up by 15.
Well, and the problem, as we talked about, the outside game for the Titans has not been there tonight at all. So it's allowing Ed's to basically play a zone, and you got a 1-2-2 zone, but you got 6-7 Kipper Nichols up top on that zone. Very effective, and that's how he was able to get that breakaway dunk here, pushing his lead out to 15.
Titans off the timeout with the ball. Davier wants to go to work on the left wing. Well away from the basket, sends it across. Williamson steps inside the arc, kicks it back out. Bohannon to the left side, and Davier wants to go to work against Flannery. It's not going to be there for him.
Well, Titans just standing a lot against this zone now and taking some time. They got a hit from outside.
There's one. That'll help. Eddie Williamson spots the three ball off the right wing. Falls down, getting into the defensive set, then falls back. Ryan will work it ahead. Knowles now with Devon Andrews checking him. To the baseline. Funderburk gets it back out. Flannery puts a hand on his hip.
Ed's going to be real patient. They're going to run a set every single time.
Knowles drops it off. Funderburk again thought he traveled. They're not going to call that. Bohannon with the rebound. Gets it off. Barry. Wrapping pass goes to the left side. Reverse layup is good for Devon Andrews. He's got 22.
By Rashad Barry, and even better finish by Devon Andrews. Titans got it back to 10.
56-46. Here come the Titans. Almost a turnover there. Ryan leaves it long cross court to Knowles. 5:23 left in the ball game. Knowles wants to get it back to Flannery. He wants the ball in his hands right now. He's going to be the guy to create.
Yeah, they're going right to Kipper Nichols. He's still got Eddie Williamson on him.
Steps to the rack.
I mean,
inside.
He can't guard him. I don't get it.
That's 28 for Nichols. And another timeout called, so that means another break for us with 5:10 left in the ball game. This time, it's coming off the St. Ed's bench. We'll be right back. 58-46 in favor of St. Ed's on the Cool Cat 1380, Lorain County Sports Network, and WLCS TV 20.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah, it's for a nicer day, huh?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Gonna get some big ones. Anybody want to wear a life jacket?
I'm good.
No life jacket? That's a deal breaker.
Daddy, you promised.
Daniel Stevens.
Yeah, give me one of those life jackets.
This message brought to you by the National Safe Boating Council and the women who nag you. Love you.
Is magic really magic? If a deal is too good to be true, well, don't be fooled. There is no magic. Credit Max Auto has a great selection of cars with fast, easy financing and payments you can afford. Check us out at creditmaxauto.com.
5:10 left in this one. St. Ed's up 58-46 over the Lorain Titans. They've cut in a little bit, but just a little bit.
Well, they had a nice little run there, but you credit Ed's. I mean, they understood. They had a mismatch down low. I mean, Kipper Nichols at 6'7" just went right down on the block, posted up, caught it, turned, laid it in. pushing it back out to 12. We've got to make an adjustment. Now Ed's looks like a 1-3-1 when they start, but it just turns into a 1-2-2 here.
Here, Andrews wanted to take the drive against Knowles. He's going to be cut off. He's going to spot the 3 ball left to center. Got it!
Now he's starting to feel it, Davier. They need it.
He's got 5 in the ball game now. The Titans give it a little bit of pressure here. Andrews is going to check up Flannery. Flannery will finally beat the timeline. Williamson says he wants a switch. They're not going to get it, and they want Andrews up in the face of Flannery, forcing that count. Big guy. Ryan will come out. He'll get it off to Funderburk, even bigger. He'll be checked by Barry. Titans need to extend their defense now on every possession. Nichols with Devon in front of him.
Yeah, Ed's running almost a flex right now. Down screens and back screens. If you're overplayed, they go back door, but this offense will take a lot of time off the clock, and you want to get a layup out of it.
Nichols drops it backside, and there was Funderburk with the slam with 2 hands.
Just executed the offense perfectly. Got the back cut for the dunk.
Von Andrews with the ball for the Titans, whips it into Bohannon. Bohannon can't quite handle it. Barry will get it, and he'll slam at the other end. Barry in double figures with 10 now. Pass right in front of us comes to Knowles to the right side. And again, Funderburk, a lot of steps. He's not going to get called for travel yet.
That was a force by Funderburk, though. Bad shot.
Devon Andrews going to come up with it. He's going to go coast to coast. May have gotten bumped at the other end. He goes down, no whistle there. Flipped one up over his head. There's a travel by Knowles. And I tell you what, Devon Andrews came up after going down on the floor, holding that right wrist again.
Yeah, he was a little bit out of control and didn't have any way to help himself as he hit the floor. It wasn't a foul, Don. He was just off balance from the get-go. But you're right, he is grabbing that hand a little bit here. But Titans get a break with that quick travel. It's a 3-possession game right now. Need to execute. Got time. 3:37. You still got time.
Titans with the ball coming off the travel. Davier Andrews into the lane, misses the shot from about 8. Rebound comes down to Nichols, looking for some help.
Oh, he got a good look, too.
Oh, almost an over and back.
It's got to be all 3 parts.
I couldn't tell. The monitor was in front of me.
It's got to be all 3 parts. He didn't have all 3 parts over.
Both feet in the ball is what the coach is referring to. Nichols is going to get fouled out top by Devon, and he says, no, I didn't. Then he puts his hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? That'll be the 3rd on Devon. Team foul number 7.
Well, I know the Titan crowd is upset. Knowles had a foot across the line. His back foot never came over the line. So he didn't have all 3 parts, as you explained. I mean, it was a good no call.
Kipper Nichols at the line. He's got 28 in the ball game. And 29 now at the front end of the 1-and-1.
You know, and I was trying to look. I'm sure people are looking at him. I don't think he's committed anywhere, but this kid's a ball player.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a Division I ball player.
See if we can't find that. He'll hit another one. That'll be 30 points. He's got 30 of the team's 62. 3 minutes left. It's 62-51, 11-point difference. The Titans need a run, and they need it fast. Davis will work away from pressure. Crosses over into the lane, drops it down baseline. There's Devon showing up again with the baseline drive and the right-handed slam.
Timeout by the Titans here.
We'll take a break. 2:55 left. 62-53, 9-point difference in favor of St. Ed's. We'll be right back on the Cool Cat 1380, Lorain County Sports Network, WLCS, TV 20.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
Why do you let car dealers treat you like you're stupid? Just because you've had credit problems doesn't mean you're stupid. Credit Max Auto treats you with dignity and respect. We have a great selection of cars with fast, easy financing and payments you can afford. Check us out at creditmaxauto.com.
Lorain High cheerleaders trying to get this Lorain High crowd back into this ball game. Down by 9, 62-53, just under 3 minutes left, Coach. Well, what do you do here?
It's, you know, it seems like the Titans have been playing better, Don, but it's been the same thing. They've only cut into this lead by 2 points. you just have to, I think you got to work as hard as you can to try to get a steal in the backcourt, which is going to be difficult because everybody in this Heads team can handle the basketball.
Yeah.
Well, you got to make a decision. How much time are you going to let go off the clock? Because you're going to have to turn this into a free throw shooting contest here soon to get back into this if you don't force a turnover.
Titans are going to hawk the ball coming in. Nichols is going to get it. Shane Smith's going to D him up. Now Flannery with Davis in front of him. Davis is going to check him up and down the court. Flannery's going to handle the pressure. Works to the right side of the St. Ed's offense. Tries to work away from pressure. Well, where's the 5 count?
Well, I don't understand.
Knowles outside left side now with
goodness.
Javier checking him. They'll get the switch. Bohannon will check Knowles well away from the basket here
Now
for the
tell me
big
he's
guy.
not 6 foot. Why is nobody counting? Now they finally count.
Knowles will beat him into the paint, sends it back out top. Ed's content just to burn time here. Clock down to 2:24. Now the count's going. Shane Smith's going to come out on Kipper Nichols. Nichols working off the screen from Funderburg. Couple dribbles, then sends it back off. Outside is to Knowles. Knowles almost gets wrapped up. Ball poked away. Funderburg again traveled. Almost sends it into the student section. Finds Ryan. Gets it way back out top.
Yeah, they've taken 50 seconds off the clock here, Don.
Bohannon ends up committing the foul. That'll be team foul number 8 on the Titans.
I don't know. I mean, I know obviously I'm a little biased here, but I thought there was a 5-second opportunity. And I'm looking out there and there wasn't even a count going, so I don't know if I understand this rule, I guess. Maybe I better just not even talk about it.
Devon Andrews comes back into the ball game for the Titans. 2:04 left in the ball game. It's a 9-point difference. And Darian Knowles will bump it back up to 10 with his 16th point of the ball game.
Yeah, it's 9 for 12 from the free throw line tonight. Titans have shot the exact same percentage, but not getting any help. Ed's knocking down free throws.
You know, earlier we talked about the fact that only 2 Titans had scored. That has since changed. But in this ball game, as Knowles hit his second one for a 17th point, only 4 guys from the Eagles have scored. But they've scored a lot, and that's the difference. Davis will go length of the court. They get into the lane, get fouled going up for a shot. He'll go to the line for a couple. I want to say they got Flannery on that, but I held up a different number.
Yeah, they got Funderburg.
He's got 3.
Real good take that time by Kevin Davis. Needs to knock these down.
Got the first one. That'll help. His first point of the ball game.
We're right back to where we were at the timeout, Don. We've got about a minute off the clock, and score is going to be the same.
64-54. Second free throw rattles around before it falls in. 2 good ones there for Davis. Sub comes into the ball game. Williamson will pop back up. Ryan's left all alone here on this near sideline, but Williamson will go check him. Inbounds pass. Knowles will find Flannery. Flannery with the high dribble. I mean, it went way over his shoulder. There's not going to be a call there. Nichols steps through a double team, gets it back to Flannery, back to Nichols. Just playing handoff there out top.
Yeah, you got the foul. You can't let much more time go off here. I mean, that's just 5 out.
Nichols drops it off. Funderburg wants to go for the dunk. He missed that. Ball loose. Nichols falling down, tries to get it to Funderburg. It'll off his hands and out of bounds. Funderburg not happy about not getting a call.
Well, Rashad Berry really manhandled him.
Yeah, he did.
Could have been called for a foul. No call. Titans get a little bit of a break here. The minute 34 left.
Berry's going to come off the court, coming back on Jamar Ross for the Titans.
Shooter out here in hopes of get this 9-point lead. If he can get a 3, get it to 2 possessions.
And a minute and a half left, minute 34 to be exact. Williamson letting the ball roll all the way up into the offensive end. Devon Williams comes out, or Andrews rather. He'll get fouled going into the lane. That's going to be whistled on Kipper Nichols, I believe.
Boy,
that'll be his 4th.
Devon really sold that one, Don. I mean, he decided he was going to drive, and that's what he does best. But I don't know if Kipper Nichols got him or not, but Devon sure made it look like he got him, and he get a chance at the free throw line.
Devon Andrews with 24 points in the ball game. First one short. Well short. They'll bring in Rashad Berry. Andrews will set for the second one. Back of the rim, no. Rebound. Going to be Bohannon. Goes up. May have been fouled. Or was it a block? I couldn't see for the official. Was it clean?
He got a good block by Ryan. Ryan got him from the backside. I think it probably surprised Bohannon, to be honest about it. Looked like he was going to have a nice putback.
Foul whistled on Devon Andrews. That'll be his 4th. Now he's got to be super careful. 64-55 in favor of Eds with 1:24 in the ball game. You know what? Maybe at this point, being careful is not an option.
No, I mean, you got to do whatever you can, but you need some help, and Eds is giving no help because they're just knocking down free throws.
Nichols will hit the first, has one more coming his way. He's got 31 points in the ball game. What a semifinal he's having. This is the second one. Bohannon gets it, pulls it down, going the other way. Davier outside the arc, wants to go to work. Sends it way out top to Devon. He's going to take the drive, mishandles, drops it off. Bohannon inside, pump fake and 2. That'll be the timeout, the final timeout available for the Lorain High Titans. 65-57, 1:10 left on the clock. Step away and be back on the Cool Cat 1380, Lorain County Sports Network and WLCS TV 20.
I began in 3rd grade, 8 years old, and I was able to learn the chest compressions and the breaths. And I absolutely believe that anyone out in the public can easily learn. We got a page for an unresponsive 2-month-old, and when I got the first glimpse of the 2-month-old, he was blue. We didn't even get to go inside. I just jumped in the back and we started CPR, continuing CPR, and you were able to see the color start to come back, and then we were able to actually get his heart rate back. It was a pretty moving part in the story that we were able to save a 2-month-old's life. My community is why.
65-57 in favor of St. Ed's, 1:10, 70 seconds potentially left in Lorain High's fantastic season. It's all about that second quarter.
Yeah, we were just talking in the break there that Ed's outscored the Titans by 8, and it seems like that's been the advantage. 8 to 11, back to 8. Maybe you bump it up to 12, get it back to 8, but they haven't been able to get under this 8-point deficit, Lorain, since the second quarter. And now, just a minute 10 left. They got to go full court pressure and down as soon as that ball, if they don't get a steal, if that ball gets across half court, they've got to foul.
Underberg takes the break going the other way. Pass comes in to Nichols, gets it off, back to Knowles, into a double team, and the foul's going to be called.
Yeah,
that's going to be on Devon. He didn't like it. As soon as the whistle blew, he knew what was up. And I believe that's foul number 5, and that's the signal coming off the bench, and that'll be it. John Rossitano looks at his scorekeeper and says, wait a minute, that's really 5?
Well, he's going to try to take as much time as he can. And I mean, Devon Andrews answered the bell tonight, Don. 24 points, 9 out of 12 from the floor, 6 out of 9 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds. Disappointing for him, obviously, to end up being on the bench here as this game's going to wind down.
1:06 left. Marion Knowles at the line. Front end, nope. 2-shot foul. Eagles in the double bonus.
Yeah, with no timeouts now, it's really going to make it tough, but you almost got to go into 3-point mode here.
Oh, yeah, I would say. 65-57. Yeah, you need every possible point you can squeak out here.
Yeah, and you got Davier Andrews, you got Smith, 2 misses here.
Bohannon gets it down, finds Davier, spots a long 3-ball left side, goes over top of the backboard and out of bounds.
Well, I tell you, that one would have fell, would have really made it pretty interesting here, but
minute left. Suppose there's a possibility still, but some great things have to happen for the Titans. Nichols gets it in and stepping out of bounds. That may be one of the big things. Comes out of bounds immediately in front of our broadcast position. Nas Bohannon clapping his hands. He's the young man you heard.
I'll tell you, that's 2 mistakes here in a row by Eds. That hasn't happened much tonight. Titans obviously need a bucket. Ed's going 2-3 zone.
Ross takes the baseline drive, sends it out top. Williamson, 3-ball, straight on, got it.
Drilled it. Got it to 5, no timeouts though for the Titans.
Inbounds pass comes, And there's the foul almost immediately. That's going to be Jamar Ross. Will walk down to the other side.
That's not a bad foul. Not a bad foul there. You know, going to put Ryan on the line. He hasn't been to the line yet tonight. He is a pretty good three-point shooter, but he hadn't shot a free throw yet here. Titans just need him to only get one of these, Don.
Got two coming his way. Ryan's got 9 points on the evening. First one is up and good.
Oh, that one looked pretty pure.
.43 seconds left. 66-60. Ryan again. That one's a no-go. Bohannon gets it. Gets it off to Williamson. Quick pass forward. Three ball. Davis. That was short. No. Rebound Knowles. He works away from pressure. No foul there. Gets it off to Flannery. May have traveled. No whistle there. Wouldn't want there to be anyway, to be honest with you. Not like that. Nichols gets it out top. Flannery will recollect.
Got a foul.
Ed's fans on their feet right now. There's the foul from behind that time. It's going to be on Jamar Ross, his second.
Oh, my. Titans had an opportunity.
Yeah, they did.
An opportunity, had a decent look from the baseline, just hit the rim, bounded away. Would have brought him within three, you know, get down to one possession, but any makes here is going to really make things difficult.
Knowles first is good.
You know, Knowles has really come into the game. He was just averaging about 8.5 a game. I mean, he's gone off for 18 tonight.
It's pretty impressive any way you look at it. He's got another one coming his way. That one's up and good. And that'll be a timeout off the Eds bench, and they're probably feeling pretty comfortable about it. We'll go ahead and keep it right here this time. 22.3 seconds left. 68-60 in favor of Eds over the Titans. And, you know, and I don't want to, like, make, you know, paint this in a great light. But if you look at the way Eds tends to win, I mean, this season, their average winning margin is 21. Last three games in the playoffs, a win by 23 over Nordonia, 44 over Lakewood, 15 over Berea Mid-Park. Titans have pushed them a little bit, but it's going to come down to that second 8 minutes of the ball game.
Yeah, and that's what happens, and you know, they're defending state champs.
Yeah.
And they're
good.
They're very good. And Lorain, I mean, has done a lot of really good things. They've out-rebounded them. They've shot their free throws well. They've actually shot better from the three-point line than Eds, but the downfall was that second quarter where Eds was able to continually get the ball to the basket and finish. And, you know, now just, you know, 8-point deficit. You have no timeouts left. I mean, if Eds fouls, somebody from Eds should have to jog home behind the bus, because this game's theirs, barring anything.
Williamson will pick it up, bring it across the timeline, works to center things up, wanted the three ball, flips it off. Javier Andrews, three ball, missed it. Davis can't handle the rebound, knocked out of bounds off of Knowles' hands. It'll stay with the Titans with 13 seconds left, 12.9 to be exact. Davis to inbound. High pass is going to go all the way across the timeline. Ross will track it down. Williamson leaves it back for him. He'll spot the three ball left to center. That one a no-go. 5 seconds, 4, 3. That'll be the ball game. St. Ed's will move on to the Elite Eight. The Titans' great season has come to a close. 25-1 on the season. Tip of the cap to Eddie Williamson, Rashad Berry, Devon Andrews, the rest of the cast.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools, TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.